But the reason why I wanted to talk about this is specifically so that you guys go and show support to Denims, Rogan, and Casey Tron. Win some kind.
Wait, chat. Didn't I like call this? Didn't I call this exactly? Everyone in this picture has the money to lawyer up and fight it out, except maybe Frogan. Like, I think she doesn't do too well, at least from what I understand. But I bet Frogan will start a GoFundMe. Or whatever, Kickstarter, I guess, or GoFundMe or whatever. And she's going to get signal boosted by Hassan to afford the lawyer fees to lawyer up, which are pretty fucking expensive. Alright, what is this? Hassan, this is embarrassing! Uh-oh, stinky!
Hey, what's up guys, Rip here. So it appears that Hassan Piker has entered the Thunderdome and given his thoughts on the Ethan...
Look, Asmon's gonna get sued... Excuse me, it's gonna get sued too. It's over for the Baldy.
Klein lawsuits, and once again, he delivers because his commentary is filled with meme-worthy, instantly debunkable claims that prove he didn't engage with this video whatsoever before forming his very strong opinions about it. Now, before we get into what he said...
How long was the Hassan react? Probably like 3 hours if I remember correctly. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch Asmon's one either. I don't really care about all that shit. It's just funny to me.
About Ethan Klein's video.
It's like fucking
and
3
very
hours,
hilarious.
wasn't it?
Let's just give some...
8 hours? When I said I didn't watch it, maybe chat, I don't think I was lying. 9.5 hours, and he didn't even watch the video? What were you doing for 9 hours? The video's like 2 hours long? You only watched half? How?
Context in case you don't know, and I'll do it in a very quick...
That's honestly kind of impressive. Genuinely kind of impressive to drag out 2 hours or 3 hours into 9.
Fashion. So recently, Ethan Klein comes out with this video announcing that he's suing 3 content creators for copyright infringement. Basically, he shared that his recent Hassan Piker content nuke was also designed in a way that would be a trap for some content creators where he could sue them for copyright infringement. Because some of these creators, as you can see listed here, would keep the video playing while they left the room, barely reacted, and on top of that, all 3 of these people he's suing made their intent very clear with their streams, that they wanted to act as a market replacement for Ethan Klein's content nuke.
Even if you don't like something, why would you ever openly state? Like, that's why I run the ads on something. Like... I run the ads even if people complain. Like, it irks me when people are like, oh my god, Alana, skip the ad, you stupid bitch. Like, what are you doing? It's like, yeah, but I'm freeloading off the content. Even if I'm criticizing it or just talking and, like, giving my opinion or giving another take that's not, like, exactly agreeing with it, you should still respect it to some fucking degree. Like, don't be a complete dickbag.
And wanted people to watch their streams in order to watch his video. A very clear example of copyright infringement to many different people. And as you can see, the 3 people hit with these lawsuits include some infamous Hassan orbiters like Denims, Frogan, and Casey Tron.
I miss when Casey Tron was just like a League of Legends troll. Genuinely, I think she was a lot funnier because it was actually just like really, really lowbrow engagement trolling content.
Now, since then, as you can see from this meme posted on the H3H3 Productions subreddit, a lot of people are looking at Hassan.
And again, you're giving people that react a bad name. I would never skip ads or, like, leave the room. I've been reacting for probably, like, over, like, a year and a half now, and I've never straight up walked out of the room unless I really needed to shit or piss, and I will pause the video and then edit it out, right? Like, that's what I do. I think that's, like, the courtesy thing to do. Like, what are you doing? Or watch something that I don't think I have, like, an input on as well. Why would you ever say, hey, watch me, watch their video instead of his video? It's just so, like, empty-headed to say. Like, reacting is a privilege. It just goes to show that these people don't fear any repercussions whatsoever.
On Piker, a guy who probably makes 8 figures a year. He's sitting there watching all this from the sidelines as his biggest orbiters, his strongest soldiers, are going through it. They're all begging for money with their GoFundMes, and he hasn't contributed as of yet other than just spreading the message. And boy, they need a lot more than spreading of the message from him right now, because they're struggling. So another day watching the GoFundMe race here. It's very exciting. People are
Oh my god.
tracking this every single day. Right now, Denims is in the lead with $28,000 raised.
That's a lot.
28% of their $100,000 goal. She is in the lead currently. In second place, we have Frogan, who raised a similar amount at $26,000. But unfortunately for this two-time rising Twitch star, she's only at 13% because apparently she's twice as important as the other people facing these lawsuits, because
I mean, lawsuits can be expensive, but 200 grand is kind of much, don't you think?
her goal is $200,000.
Good lord.
A big slip up for her. And then in last place, Casey Tron. I don't think this surprises anyone.
Bro, if I ever sue someone, I want someone to make a thumbnail like this. This is amazing. Oh my god, this is... This is actually so fucking... He's so fucking cooked and purple, and the eye editing and the chin. Dude, this is awesome. I love this.
She's at $8,800 raised, about 9% of her goal at $100,000. I'm honestly shocked.
Me when I drink too much lean from gamer subs.
There's sentient human beings out there that gave not just Casey Tron, but any of these people money for this lawsuit, because ultimately
it's impressive.
Whether they fail to produce money for this lawsuit and it affects their ability to defend their case, or they fund it and then Ethan Klein can use that money in his settlement, it's a lose-lose situation. But anyways, Hassan has done a lot to help out his favorite orbiters by calling Ethan Klein old. Yes, because he can't debunk any of his claims. He can't...
This is the equivalent of being a VTuber and someone being like, oh, well, you're ugly. And it's like, yeah, and I'm a VTuber. It's like, wow, you called Ethan old? What an insult. He knows he's old.
Refute what's going on here in Ethan's assertions. So instead, he does the classic Hassan Piker method, and that is to insult people. And also, this one is really interesting. Calling someone who is 6 years older than you old. Both Hassan and Ethan are in their 30s. This is a very strange, how do you do, fellow kids type moment here.
How old is Hassan? 33. It's impressive. You should start breeding. Yeah, maybe that'll occupy him from, streaming at this point. Aspen, I don't know. He used to breed with a roach. I don't know. Roach out.
But there's, of course, the biggest contribution. And that is this video uploaded onto his Hasanabi YouTube channel titled, Ethan, this is embarrassing. Now, of course, Hassan, this is embarrassing. Look at the reaction to this video.
Oh, it's a brigade, of course. He shouldn't. I'll say it. I think it'll make. I think breeding would do good for him. I think breeding would do really, really good for him. 16,000
likes versus 17,000 dislikes.
It'll
Understand,
him.
On Ethan's video announcing the lawsuits, he has roughly a 95% like to dislike ratio. Understanding, of course, he has a legion of haters, and also it's a very controversial video. Yet he has a 95% like dislike ratio, and Hassan can't even get a 50% like to dislike ratio. That's how bad things are at this point. And one of the main reasons people are dunking on this video is because clearly he didn't watch. Not only is he biased in his defense of the Three Stooges involved with these lawsuits, but also he clearly didn't engage with this video before talking about it and having such strong opinions. Let's start here.
Apparently there's a second content nuke that is, I guess, the hit the timelines. And I make some interesting, I'm in the content nuke apparently, but it's not a content nuke alone. It's also a lawsuit. It turns out Ethan's initial content nuke, by his own estimation, by his own statements, was actually a trick. Was a trap. He wanted to basically...
It's not a trap. It's not legally a trap. He's not a police officer. He's trying to pull the whole entrapment bullshit. It's not entrapment.
sue everyone
That's
that
not a
watches
thing.
the content nuke, and he's Mr. Copyright Infringement is trying to litigate the resentment that people feel towards him once again, which I think is very weird.
Leave it to the guy who infamously created the armchair reaction meme to sit here and talk about Mr. Copyright Infringement and act like Ethan Klein is someone who is completely switched up and is now trying to attack people over copyright, and he's this evil guy trying to strike down anyone who criticizes him and his
I knew about the armchair meme before I even knew, like, I could put a name to Hassan's face. Genuinely, I'm not even joking. I didn't know who Hassan was until, like, maybe 3 years ago. And the armchair meme was around, like, before that.
YouTube videos. But of course, he doesn't
actually
understand
created
what's
the meme, yeah,
happening.
he
And
did.
there's an assertion that Ethan Klein is inconsistent on his opinion about fair use, which is instantly
My
debunkable
live
thanks to
reaction.
this clip shared by Ethan himself on Instagram. There's this idea because Ethan was involved with a fair use court case a couple years ago where he won. There was a big debate about what is actually fair use. Like, what point does it become transformative? But his comments from years ago reflecting on the court's decision reflects exactly what he's doing now. Let's listen to this really quick.
Intersperse short segments of another's work with criticism and commentary, while others are more akin to a group viewing session without commentary. Accordingly, the court is not ruling here that all reaction videos constitute fair use, which I think is a great distinction because us who do it well and who respect fair use, we hate these shitty Jink styles reaction videos.
And I think everyone on YouTube also can tell the
This was
difference.
years
There's
ago.
the classic old school dumb reaction videos where they just sit there and watch it
Right.
and don't say anything. They just laugh with the video or whatever. And then there's the other kind where people put in commentary, editing.
And so this is a precedent, a win on both sides. This is super powerful.
Yeah, sorry. I fucking interrupted Rev. I think this is 100% correct. Obviously, you should have an input on the videos you react to. Otherwise, people would just, like, re-upload other people's videos with their face on it without saying anything, and it would be 100% legal. That's not good. Like, this is 100% right.
Yeah, so this directly aligns with what he's doing right now. He talks about channels like Jinx and all those other people who back in the day.
If you walked away and let the video run while you're not even there to, like, give input, you're, like, not even physically there to, like, listen to what's being said. Like, you don't have to have an input on everything. I totally get it. But, like, I just feel like you kind of lose in that situation, just automatically. Like, okay, you walked away. Maybe you need to go take a piss. That's totally fine. Go do your thing. But at least edit it out or something, or pause the video and edit it out.
We're infamous abusers of the copyright system in
So
a way that
weird.
we typically don't expect. It's people just sitting there and watching videos and not providing any commentary whatsoever, leaving the room, not
Yeah.
providing much commentary whatsoever. Does that sound familiar? Well, it's all three of the people facing the current lawsuit. They did not have a reaction whatsoever for large portions of the video, including leaving the room. I mean, what are we talking?
I've never done that. I've taken a pee break and ran ads, but I paused the video. It's so disingenuous and cringe.
Talking about here? This lines up perfectly with
would
what
you
was said
ever?
right here years ago. And on top of that, we have this other element about the malicious intent, which of course Hassan has no idea about whatsoever because he doesn't know what's going on, including more proof of that right here with this clip.
And he is he's launched a lawsuit against Frogan, Denims, and Casey Tron. Now, a lot of people watched his content nuke. I don't know why he only sued those people. I mean, I watched his content nuke as well, but here's the, I don't know, this is so stupid. I don't know what to say about it, but here's the dick circle.
I think it's so funny that this might actually go to court and they'll have to watch the reacts. Dude, you get to be a judge and just watch someone react.
The Knox thing I saw from it.
Oh, why not sue me? You didn't watch the video, because if you did watch the video, like a few minutes in, Ethan explicitly states regarding Hassan Piker, he's not going to file a lawsuit to him over this situation because he actually reacted. He actually reacted better than these people, and most importantly, Ethan invited him to react. Obviously, he's not going to make a copyright infringement lawsuit against someone who he invited to watch the product of
Well, it was also about him, wasn't it? Yeah, again, I didn't watch it. I'm just saying, I'm ignorant in that regard. But, like, holy shit. Like, it's about him, so obviously and you got invited. Yeah, Hassan was the bait. I guess so, yeah. The orbiters fell for the trap. People were like, oh my god, it's actually entrapment. It's trap. It's like, okay, well, they got baited and outsmarted.
That lawsuit. It would make absolutely no sense, and that's something that he shared right here. And funny enough, it seems like from watching Hassan's video, the only contact he had with Ethan's video was this clip uploaded by this account on Twitter, which we talked about the other day.
I can't believe it's 9 hours. That's criminal.
It has the most ridiculous headline, incredibly dishonest, saying he's only suing these people because they're small female streamers, and that this is him suing people over copyright and trying to violate.
Nah. How many viewers does Denims have? Nah. Denims. You have 100,000 followers and you average 3.4K and you want to say you're small? Okay. Yeah, very small, very demure. Very demure, very small.
Fair use and stuff like that. It's complete.
She had 50K when she watched it? Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, again, average. That's still an average of 3K. I'm not even talking about the outlier of watching the react. It's like, Jesus.
Ridiculous and transparent. Now, this next part might be my favorite. Totally delusional. This really shows how out of touch these people are.
I don't even know if this will work in his favor, but I don't even know if this was like a masterful gambit from the start. Like, I don't even know if this was like a setup, because it doesn't make sense. Because on the one hand, why would you admit that you were doing entrapment? Like, you wanted people to go react to your video.
Entrapment's not a thing. It's a police thing. It's not, you can argue and say semantics that it was a trap at the end of the day. He tricked them. It's not entrapment. Entrapment is a very specific word used for police officers and police. Not what it is.
You said you wanted people to go react to your video. You said anyone and everyone can even, make money off of your videos in the past when we had a podcast together, only to then turn around and be like, actually, I got you. You reacted to my video and therefore you're done. He claims you're watching it was fair use, unlike those he's suing. I thought about not responding to this, but it's so silly that he was like, he's openly admitting that he was baiting me into a lawsuit and then it didn't work. He absolutely did not make.
Or he knew that it wouldn't have. Man. But. What do you mean? He invited you. Why would he sue you to do that?
The nuke with this in mind, he's just
That'd
acting
be so
now.
stupid.
He thinks he's in a way that a villain would act. Yeah, it's kind of sad either way. It's sad to try, and it's sad in so many different ways. The reason why it's sad in so many different ways is because, then, okay, the content nuke was actually bullshit. Like, you don't actually think I'm a terrorist. You just slandered your Muslim former podcast co-host a terrorist for what? This trap?
Entrapment.
So because you're suing someone over a video means that you don't actually think what you said in the video?
Yes, he's saying that Ethan Klein entrapped these three individuals with his video and his ulterior motive regarding that video. Excellent. And this is reflected in this retweet he made where this other account is essentially saying the same thing about this being a trap and that they're not a legal expert, but it seems like this is something that'll result in a automatic.
If you say I'm not a legal expert and then you follow up with but, it means your opinion is very likely invalid.
Loss, right? Yeah, wrong. These people are completely out of it. They have no idea how entrapment works. Again, quick Google search will tell you that you have to be law enforcement or an agent of the government under the instruction of the government to be considered someone who could be entrapping someone legally. And that's already a very hard standard to prove. And Hassan, by saying Ethan is entrapping these content creators, is basically saying that Ethan is either the government or an agent of the government trying to entrap people into committing a crime.
Oh my god. Man,
that they were not predisposed to in the first place.
Calling him a glowy. That's kind of wild.
Everything about
All
that
things
is
considered.
mind-bogglingly insane. And this guy, he says it with his chest multiple times. Yeah, Ethan Klein, the government agent trying to entrap these poor, innocent, small content creators. Like, give me a break. And he talks about, like, trying to bait Hassan. Like, dude, he wasn't trying to bait you into a lawsuit. He was trying to get you to react to a giant video with millions of views exposing you. That's all there was to it. He didn't even get through the whole video. He spent 9 hours reacting to half of the video, by the way. Insane. On top of that, you heard that little...
Well, he probably at least talked about it and went off at tangents multiple times. I'll give him that. Yeah, he might have not been the greatest reactor, but at least something, man.
That little conversation, little comment about being Muslim. Because apparently he hasn't played the race card enough, and he's just a professional victim at this point, trying to deflect blame on Ethan Klein for targeting his race or whatever he's trying to get at here.
Yeah.
Really pathetic. But
really
this
weird.
part's even funnier because someone in the chat dared to have a different opinion, some wrong think. We have a free thinker, ladies and gentlemen. Look out!
I agree with the bottom line of this video. When someone reacts to a video without any reaction, shouldn't have it. Maybe I'm insane. No, but that's the reason why he's trying to use this as a form of attack, so that people like you who have this opinion, he knows that he can't litigate this issue on the basis of his support for Israel, okay?
What is the support for Israel got to do with you basically, like, your friends not reacting to it? How is this related? I don't know. I don't understand.
So now he's trying to litigate this issue on the basis of react content, which is more in line with the normal kind of drama that he engages with, and that a lot of onlookers, such as yourself, will go, well, I kind of agree with that. He made this YouTube video. He has every right to sue people for copyright. That's it. The only intelligent part about...
Wait, is he implying that because if people are on Ethan's side, even if they disagree with Israel, that means that they agree with Israel, because if he sues him and they agree with his right to sue, that means that my head actually kind of hurts trying to, like, put the mental gymnastics into play. It's hot outside. It must be Israel's fault. It's like, what? This is 100% unadulterated political brain rot. How do you even get to this conclusion?
This is redirecting his animosity to a better playing field.
Yeah,
True.
absolutely devastating. People like you is what he described. You mean free thinkers? People are not going to just run with the narrative of whatever you're saying and just accept it as facts. Yeah, this guy is making some very common sense observations about what's going on here. You just don't like what he's saying, and also you don't even know how to really even counter it because you didn't watch the video. And also his comments about this being about Israel. Leave it to this guy to make everything about a serious conflict. Everything that happens has something to do with Israel or Palestine or Iran every single time. And also he says the only intelligent part is the redirection. Dude, it's such copium. It's actually insane.
Redirect the
but of
stick
course,
in your mouth,
the next
bro.
clip we're going to see is where he's talking about the 3 small content creators who are swept up in this redirection.
But the reason why I wanted to talk about this is specifically so that you guys go and show support to Denims, Rogan, and Casey Tron, because obviously he has a ton of money, and he's going to use the ton of money that he has to bully other content creators who don't have a ton of money and try to win some kind.
Wait, chat. Didn't I, like, call this? Didn't I call this exactly? Chat, someone find the VOD. What's the timestamp? I'm not continuing until I find it, bro. lawsuit where H3 is seeking compensation, and unlike most scenarios I've seen play out, everyone in this picture has the money to lawyer up and fight it out, except maybe Frogan. Like, I think she doesn't do too well, at least from what I understand. But I bet Frogan will start a GoFundMe or whatever.
I'm putting my hands up.
I guess, or GoFundMe or whatever. And she's going to get signal boosted by Hassan to afford the lawyer fees to lawyer up, which are pretty fucking expensive. I don't know, man. Am I not a little bit smart sometimes? I might be dumb sometimes, but I'm kind of smart sometimes. There's no fucking way. I told you it's signal boosted and everything. Dude, that's crazy.
Of public opinion battle. That is partially the reason why he went after Frogan, Denims, and Caseytron. These are people who get insane lines of attack, and most people don't choose to defend them. I don't think he actually wanted the smoke, which is precisely the reason why he didn't like try to do this for me or any other content creators who reacted.
That's not why.
To his context puke, which by the way was his wishes. That was his desire. His desire from the start was for everyone and anyone.
I actually love this part because it shows how out of touch he is and how much they're really focused in on this echo chamber of existence that all these related parties have. Wow, I can't believe that no one...
He didn't watch the video, did he? No, he got halfway. He didn't even finish it.
...is defending Frogan, Denims, and Caseytron. I can't believe that people criticize them. That's insane. Well, I guess that's what happens when, number one, you align with people like Hassan Piker. That's already damaging the possibility of people defending them right from the get-go, but also they're the kind of people, say, veteran or military people, they deserve PTSD, or that they deny October 7th rapes, or, you know, they have other things like making race-based tier lists, or saying, or trying to justify fake CPS calls on Ethan's family because his children 3 and 5 haven't formed memories yet, so it doesn't really matter. And I could go on and on and on. That's why people don't want to defend them. That's why they're so hesitant to defend them, because they're just not likable. And I love this idea that he's like this champion of women, which, given a lot of his past comments,
I love women,
is already laughable. But this clip has recently resurfaced where women in Iran are being arrested for dancing. And Hassan says, pics or it didn't happen, bro.
Iranian women can't post TikTok dances? What?
That's true.
That's a joke, right? You're saying that as a joke, right? Because, one, I don't think that's a metric for women's liberty. And two, they...
Then what is a... Then what is a... What? Then what is a metric? Oh, they can go outside chaperoned and covered up.
Abso-fucking-lutely can. What are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure I saw a lot of news articles talking about that. What is this, news articles fake?
So yeah, I wanted you to listen to his very beautiful laugh at the end there. But basically he's saying that being able to dance or not legally, you know, being able to dance without being arrested is not a measure of your rights as a woman. I think it is. Very much so. I know, call me the really...
I mean, I don't know about Iran. I mean, I'm just saying. I just Googled it. It took me 2 seconds. I'm just saying. That easy? I know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not fucking a political idiot. I don't know what's going on in Iran exactly. But, like, It took me like 2 seconds to look it up. That's all I needed.
Crazy person here, the very non-progressive, but I think women should be able to dance in public without being arrested. I know. I think that is a measure of your liberty as a woman. What do I know? Hassan speaks for all women.
That's kind of
But
crazy,
of course,
dude.
he claims that this is absolutely not effing happening. Well, again, another instantly debunkable thing if you just look at Google for 5 seconds, and there's dozens of articles talking about women who have been arrested for dancing in Iran very recently as well. And there are serious sentences, like decades, for doing this.
What?
Islamic laws.
Dude, you can't be an Iranian VTuber. You'd have to, like, I don't know, wear like a hijab over your model, I guess. I mean, I'm joking, but like, seriously, that's fucked up.
In Iran forbid it entirely, even in the home, which is something they overlook, I guess. But this is an outrageous claim, just like instantly debunkable. These are why
Can't even dance on
it's so
TV?
crazy
Wow,
to see
dude.
tens of thousands of people listen to this guy and just be like, yup, that's the truth. When it's, again, a 5-second Google search proves the opposite. But let's listen to one more clip from this video.
It's so funny in this video. He says XQC and Asmund he wants to be cool with, and yet XQC had him have that whole debate where he did the worm. Yeah, I mean, Ethan Klein is very similar to Donald Trump in many ways. Donald Trump will let bygones be bygones as long as you offer fealty, or as long as he can use you. Ethan sees Asmongold and XQC as allies. Ethan sees a bunch of neo-Nazis as reliable allies because they all despise me, and that's precisely the reason why he's perfectly fine with aligning with them and working with them, because he operates on the enemy of my enemy is my friend attitude. That's it.
What?
Pathetic
Did you
immoral.
just call what? I'm scratching my head. Yeah, Aspen's a neo-Nazi. Damn, I didn't know that.
Desperate man,
Damn.
a 40-year-old still doing like this.
Oh,
Yep,
here we
there's
go
that
again.
homonym,
Nothing
yep.
can happen in life for Hassan without thinking about Asmongold. Yes, he is unironically claiming, number one, that Ethan is a lot like Donald Trump, really exercising his Trump derangement syndrome here. But on top of that, he's saying Asmund and XQC are neo-Nazis. What an outrageous thing to say. Does he...
The ADHD French Canadian who goes who talks like Courage the Cowardly Dog is a neo-Nazi.
really believe this in his heart of hearts? Well, I know a
And the
lot of his fans
roach.
do, but it shows the desperation here, trying to slander and name call and do things like that when you can't actually counter anything going on with Ethan's video. And that's obvious because he didn't watch. There's no way he can debunk anything. He's literally shadowboxing points that are either irrelevant.
Maybe his brain is so rotted because Asmund lives inside of his head rent-free and it's actually collapsing just like the house that he lives in real life. Like the scarlet rot seeping into his, his system.
Never happened, or are misconstruing what Ethan actually said. And that's what happens again when you don't watch the content you're forming such strong opinions about. But it doesn't matter to his audience, so why would he, right? He looks dumb to people on the outside, but to his audience, they're just going to nod their head and agree with everything he says anyways. And if they do disagree or have a different opinion, he's going to show their chat in front of tens of thousands of people and publicly shame them like
Okay, to be fair, Asmund does that too, but it's actually really funny when he does it.
a misbehaving child in school. It's ridiculous.
It's good content.
But anyways, that was the video that he uploaded, and that's my reaction to it. And that's going to do it for this video. So as always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Bye! Yo, go check him out. Good react. Good react. Boom, boom, boom. Clappies. React! React! I cannot believe that they call Denims a small content creator. She has more views than I do, and I don't care about fucking views or anything like that. I'm just like, bro, what? Excusez-moi? Airm? I'm just a little guy, yeah, exactly. She deserves 500k views. Every woman deserves 500k views because they are a woman. Yeah, that's right. Actually, though, yep. Except VTubers. Fuck! No!
Fire, 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 fire.